Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing shared bliss, because today another riveting captivating stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item might be unboxing? What item might be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to list the box. What item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. So bear with me. It only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it from the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What have I extracted from the box? What have I drawn forth? What have I prompted? Nothing other than an envelope with obscured. What action figures are obscured by the envelope? What items are obscured by the envelope? Let's find out. The envelope is about to be ravaged. This is going to be savage. I'm just exaggerating. I'm dainty. I'm feeble. I'm meek. I lack physical prowess. I lack a modicum of strength. My bones are brittle. They're on the cusp of disintegrating. Perhaps I'm exaggerating a bit, but there is enough strength in me to remove this figurine from the envelope. We have the coveted, notorious, illustrious, diabolical, sinister, geriatric, wise, legendary King of the Dead. Here is the King of the Dead action figure. His body is not translucent. He's comprised of white and gray color schemes. So he resembles the likeness of the King of the Dead in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. I love his aesthetics, I love his hues, I love his textures, I love his shadings, I love his sculpt, I love his design. He has a funky odor. I'm not too much of a fan of his rancid smell. He smells like he's decaying. I guess that goes with the motif of the figurine. I wonder where he was stored all this time. So I just bought him via eBay for $6. I love the cape that he dons. His bone marrow is conspicuous. He has a rubber beard. He also has a helmet that's comprised of rubber as well. And what's great about this figurine is that he's seemingly not marred with dings, nor dents, nor scuffs, nor scratches. I'm going to examine him and scrutinize him. He seems to be relatively unscathed. He seems to be in near mint condition. He seems to be in pristine condition. He's in his battle attire. He's poised for battle. I would have preferred if he had finger joint articulation. I would have preferred if he had two-fisted hands. I would have preferred if the strap that attaches His cape to his body was a bit more tight, so I would have preferred the strap that attaches his cape to his body was tighter, and I also would have preferred if the helmet was comprised of plastic instead of rubber, and I would have preferred if he was a bit bulkier. He seems to be lean and slim and not burly, not very muscular. His face is gaunt. His hands are cryptic. You can see the linings between the bones conspicuously, or vividly I should say. His rib cage is protruding out a bit. The bone marrow, the linings between the bones, are conspicuous. He doesn't seem to have any veins popping out. So up close you can examine the nitty-gritty details and gain a greater appreciation for the figurine, but as an aggregate, he's definitely a worthwhile figurine in spite of some of his flaws. I just would have preferred if he had plastic accessories and if he had finger joint articulation or a fisted left hand or a left hand that's semi-clenched together. I detest these apertures between his fingers. It looks like he's more of a zombie than a king, but you can't go wrong procuring him for under $7 if you're an avid devout Lord of the Rings fan. So I have no qualms about his purchase and decision. I love the King of the Dead. He lacks, oh, never mind, he actually has 2 peg holes embedded in the bottom of his feet. His elbows are double jointed. He can move his hands outwards and inwards. He lacks the ability to rotate his forearms without rotating his biceps, so they have to rotate in tandem with one another. They can't rotate independently of one another. His knees that are obscured by his skirt are also double jointed, which isn't bad. They could be bended backwards, and his legs can also be ascended. They could also be moved a bit outwards and inwards. He lacks an ankle pivot. His ankle is hinged, which is good. It could be ascended and descended. He lacks toe articulation, which is a scarcity amongst figurines. He lacks a diaphragm joint, so he can't perform the ab crunch. So his articulation is robust, but it's not up to par with some other Lord of the Rings figurines that have finger joint articulation. Or it's not up to par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends in terms of articulation, but it's still meritorious nonetheless, and you really can't go wrong buying this figurine. I love his design. He emulates the appearance of the King of the Dead, and his face is quite dynamic. It's quite intricate. It's quite refined. There's a lot of detailings There's a lot of details on his face. They maybe are just to pinpoint from afar. And what else do I want to say? Yeah. So, I love the cosmetics that adorn his body, but it just would have been better if he had more points of articulation, if he had a fisted hand, if he had an ankle pivot, if he had a diaphragm joint, and if he had plastic accessories. But I really can't complain. It also would have been epic if there was a 5-pack that featured him and 4 Soldiers of the Dead. So, not an abysmal figurine by any means, not an egregious figurine. He's worth picking up. I hope that you found the video to be fascinating and intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.